Hi viewers, tell me Dr. Kola. Welcome back to another series of Dy.E.O and Diet Lectures series. I've been posting number of videos regarding the different education policies of the government of India, and previously we have seen number of programs. Today we will be seeing one important committee called Yashpal Committee or Yashpal Report, who was then UGC chairman. And this committee is called as um, learning without burden. Okay, learning without burden. The reason is that previously it has been assessed that by the government of India that children were having more amount of syllabus and less knowledge, and children have been seen carrying kgs of books, 4 to 5 kgs of books from school, home to school, and school to home. So whether and as well as textbooks as well as notebooks, whether this is useful or not, that basing upon that there have been assessment, and basing upon that Yashpal G was appointed to look into this matter. So it also called as National Advisory Committee. Another point to remember about Yashpal Committee is a called as National Advisory Committee. The main things which it focused is that it suggested is that there should be no homework to children in pre-primary and primary education because they feel burdensome. Even it went to the extent that homework should not be given to high school children also. If homework is given, it should be an extrapolation of the things which are carried out in the classroom. Okay, subject what is taught in the classroom, it's extrapolation, like giving a project work like that one, rather than going for homeworks. Then the practice of bringing children bags to school should be removed or abolished. You say, or the children should be made to keep the bags at school. And basing upon this, we in Telangana, government of Telangana has started no bag day for children, so that they will be feeling one day the burden of keeping away the burden of the bags. And you see, there should be some changes in nursery classes curriculum, and the teachers who are appointed in pre-primary and nursery classes should be trained. Besides that, during admission of the nursery classes, there should not be any entrances or any interviews, right? Moving away from traditional learning methods like rote learning. Okay, well, most of the times when we go to school, we see that children are made to write. At this stage, children feel very tired and they will not be ready to accept that writing means they will be moving away from the school. And you see, regularly monitoring the performance of pre-primary education institutions, whether they are sticking up to the curriculum which has been approved by the government of India, basing upon various pedagogical issues. And I was saying that trained teachers should be appointed in pre-primaries. And now we see that the government of India has asked for appointing pre-primary teachers and starting of pre-primary and nursery classes at various states under NEP 2020. That is a welcome note because parents are very much eager regarding sending the children to schools in the pre-primary. Basically, when we come to Telangana, we have schools starting from first class. But this year, under the government of India's advice or funds, the Telangana government has started pre-primary schools in various districts, right? And curriculum should be allowed to design by the teachers, because it is very important that most of the times people plan from higher level, state level, and the curriculum will be coming down to the schools. But it is very important that teachers know the need of the curriculum of that area. So teachers should be involved. Okay, what we can say, the designing of textbooks should be decentralized. It should reach to the uh, teachers who are at the grassroots levels. Adopting playway methods, allowing sports in the school, uh, allowing CBSE should be allowed up to government of India as well as now the schools only, but state should be having their own regional what to say state policies. But we see that nowadays CBSE has even went to the central syllabus, has been went into the down to the districts. And One other important aspect of Yashpal report is that teacher-student ratio should be reduced from 1 is to 40 to 1 is to 30, because it's very difficult at the pre-primary or primary level that or the high school level, nearly 40 students means it is very difficult to concentrate on each individual, and reviews should be carried out regarding the teaching of the teachers as well as the programs carried out the pre-primary schools and the schools. And previously, education committee should also be involved. Okay, now we see Amma Adasha committees in Telangana. Previously, it is called as a school education committees or Vidya committees, and every stakeholder should be involved. Public, okay, people, parents, political leaders, educationists should be involved in designing curriculum of the uh, schools as well as state education, because they are also the stakeholders, because without involving the people, if you are designing, it will not be reached the masses. This is about Yashpal report. One thing to one thing to remember about Yashpal report is that we can call it as learning without burden or national advisory committee. And one two points to be remembered, that no back day as well as reducing of student teacher student ratio. These are 4 points to be remembered. Now coming to National Curriculum Framework NCF 2005. So it was designed by National Council of Education Research and Training, New Delhi, to bring about quality. It is not quantity. Ensure quality, deficient school education with the which is the need of the country, right? And you see, before bringing out this into prominence, it has several meetings. And you see, NCF 2005 is based upon these five things: perspective, means, coming years, what you're going to do, learning sciences, curriculum areas, school stages, assessment. Then fourth one, school classroom environment, systematic reforms. So NCF is mainly focused on strengthening national education system to reduce the curriculum burden. You see, these are the points which are being mentioned, basing upon the learning without burden. So, you see, uh, improving the standards of national education system, revamping the curriculum, or reducing the burden. Okay, reducing the burden means automatically it comes to a SPAL committee, and as well as bringing about structure changes in education system in according to the curricular reforms. And curriculum should be based upon values of social justice, equality, and equity, okay, which has been told in the Constitution of India. And democracy provides equal education opportunities to all children. So the aim of education is to prepare children to uh, committed to value like equality, justice, freedom, care for others, secularism, and respect for human rights. These are all the things which are being enshrined in the preamble. So NCF 2005 so focuses on education with values like equality, justice, freedom, caring for others, it is sympathetic, secularism, and respect for human rights. This is one of the important aspect, what we call as perspective sciences. Then coming to science, particularly subject science, it depends upon process skills. Uh, it is very important that science should be carried out experimentally rather than being taught like a regular classroom subject. So, science should enhance curiosity, creativity, and science should be taught in relation to the environment, uh, where they can understand their surroundings. Particularly, integrating science with technology is very important, because there has been a lot of changes in technology. So, science integrating with technology. Nowadays, we can see that one or two guys called Pawan Chanda and Nagesh Dhaka has started a private, okay, what to say, startup which can of building of rackets. So previously, Swami Vivekananda also told that spirituality of India integrated with the technology, science of spirituality of India integrated with the science of Western will lead to development of the country. Then coming to social sciences, it's very important that social sciences also to be focused. Most of the times, people think that social sciences are not important, but social sciences improves the individual's what we say that understanding of the society. Um, he comes to he respects other people. He understands about gender equality, understands about justice, understands about human rights, and sensitivity towards human beings, sensitive towards weaker sections, sensitive towards minority groups also. Coming to another point is that uh, he should be in a position. Social science, particularly, most of the children are not able to get into remember their history also. So, history, political science, and economics. This all should be brought in understanding of the child. Coming to work and pre-primary stage or secondary stage, values and various skills such as should be developed in children. Particularly, work should be made as a medium without having practical experience. It is very difficult for the children to get into the different professions, what we call vocational education as told by Gandhiji. And particularly NCF 2005 focuses on art also, because India is basically a country with a diverse culture. We have different art forms. So art forms like folklore, we have particularly a lot of villages, they have very much folklore, music, dance, puppetry, clay work, theatre, and heritage crafts. See, wherever we go, we have specific art of that area. So this should be promoted so that it remains for generations. Which this art indicates our culture and traditions. And you see, coming to learning knowledge, so we should moving teachers should be moving from teacher centered to student centered approach, which will be leading to experiences of children directly participating in the activities, and to have a comprehensive framework or understanding conception for the learners. So it gives a broad framework for the children to for building interdisciplinary knowledge, because directly involving the children or student-centered approach gives the opportunity for the child to look after the various things. Then coming to curriculum area, school stages assessment. Curriculum include NCF 2005 says that curriculum should include language, mathematics, science, social sciences, work education, arts, health, physical education, peace education, and housing. Right, language skills particularly LSRW should be focused, right? Because without learning a language, it is very difficult to learn other subjects also. So language is the foundation for learning other subjects. Mathematics, okay, when we come to mathematics, it says that mathematics should teach the ability to think logically, reasonably, abstractly, and solve problems, not rather doing mathematical problems. And health and physical education programs should be promoted for holistic development of children. Most of the times we concentrate on only on curriculum. So health, physical education is very important. Then peace education. So peace related appropriate values should be taught by regular examples in the classrooms. And habitat learning. A child should be in a position to understand his surroundings, what we call his habitat, to protect the habitats. Then lastly, fourth, school classroom environment. The environment of the classroom should be very good ambience, attractive, because school culture should be very important. It enhances the strength, abilities, and interests of each student. Specific work program should be carried out or designed to attract the children towards the classroom, or a specific provision should be provided for disabled children, what we call CWSN children. NEP 2020 also says, as told by NCF 2005, NEP 2020 also says that CWS and children also should be brought into mainstream to make them involved along with normal children, what we call as inclusive education. And lastly, systemic reforms. So, reforms should be brought in the school education system basing upon the regular requirements or the changes in the technology or sciences, what is happening in the world. And the role of the teacher happens to be very important. And first time, NCF 2005 says that teacher should be a facilitator rather than knowledge transmitter. So teacher should be an active person throughout the teaching learning process. He should be initiator of the or restructure of the curriculum, and he should be a motivator because it he's the person who caters to the social needs of the children. So there is a need of the teacher to live up to the standards as pronounced by NCF 2005 to bring about a lot of changes what national curriculum framework has focused upon. So these are the things which are mainly focused in NCF 2005. We have seen that in NCF 2005, the perspective is to changing world. We have to move, particularly providing quality education. Then how should be sciences, how should be social sciences, and how whether it should be teacher centered or student centered, providing work experience, providing art education, providing learner knowledge than rather than rote learning, and different how should be curriculum and how should be classroom environment. So these are the points to be focused as per NCF 2005. Hope that these two important aspects, what I have dealt with, will be helping you to write the examination for Dy.E.O's diet lectures and also for D.Ed first year, what to say, learning with contemporary education in India. Thank you for watching. Keep watching. Signing off, your Dr. Kola. Bye bye.